What's up, Danny? I see that you're here a little bit early. Hey, gang. Just getting things settled in here. Israel, no sound? Joe? Mr. Palvis? Hey, Glenn. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you not hear me? Okay. Joe, you may need to reboot what you're using to listen. Now you have it. Okay, good. Cooter! What's up, buddy? I think lurking somewhere is my better half. If she's not lurking yet, she'll soon be. But I'm going to open it up to Q&A. And I had a little issue last week where I wasn't finishing questions. Well, I might be an hour early for you, Cooter. I'm on time for me. It's 7 p.m. GPLE 87, GPLE 87 from 500 passwords. I remember everybody from 500 passwords. I'm in Indiana, Cooter. So Illinois would be 6 o'clock, I believe. Indiana is, what's that, Eastern? I said Central, didn't I? I should have said Eastern. Huh, Sean, we did not get all the snow we were supposed to get. Second chance. Hey, how's it going? We were supposed to get a whole bunch. Yeah, my time here is 7:03 p.m., Cooter. I should have said Eastern. Sean, we were supposed to get all kinds of snow. We didn't get a single flake, so we at least have that. I hope you're enjoying the warm weather. Hey, second chance. I'm hanging out with you guys. So we're going to do a Q&A, but when Wolf's Head, what's up? When you guys ask a question, you got it, Glenn. um, when you guys ask a question, I'm going to ignore the comments until I finish the question. It was Central at one time, Dave. You are correct. We went Eastern, been about 10 years ago now, I'm thinking. Frugal Prepper, hey, what's happening? Don't worry, guys, that's not a problem. I sat down prepared. Never leave home without it. So far, so good, Dave. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Frugal, everything, like I say, is going great. Mr. Willie, welcome. Roger, great to see you. Lisa should be here. Oh, are you, Mr. Palvis? Awesome. Fantastic. I'll take seconds. I will always take seconds. No doubt. There she is, guys. There's Lisa. Hi, honey. I just got off the phone with you 5 minutes ago. Everybody, my better half is now on. You can say hello to her. Miss Isabel. Glenn. Small Kubota 5,000. Well, I've been a troubleshooter for a number of years on a number of different types of equipment. Israel, sorry. And I'm sure if I looked at it, I could tell you what's wrong with it, but I can't troubleshoot it without having had one in the shop and knowing what exactly the tractor is and what the issue is that you're having. I apologize. Tractors and engines that I'm familiar with, I can ramble those off uh, pretty quick and easy with things to look for. Get a haircut and a real job. Flying biker, hey, be nice. I got them all cut. Be nice to me, guys. 720. Fantastic to see you here. Bob, how you doing, Okie? David, welcome. Ow. What is a spark plug? Well, you touch it to your tongue and you crank the engine over, and you'll usually find out exactly what a spark plug is. All right, have your buddy do it. Have them hold it to their tongue. Hi, David. Cooter. Oh, they did. Okay. I haven't been to the P.O. box this weekend. Spent it with my beautiful girlfriend. And I will go to the post office box tomorrow. And I will get them. That's fantastic. I'm looking forward to that. You're welcome, Israel. Should I call you Rodriguez? I, I'm. If I don't know, I won't tell. I'm not going to make a story up. All these guys know that. If I don't have an answer, if I can't find the answer, I'll at least try to help you find an area where you can go. So, in that, um, whatever your tractor is, the best thing you can do is to Google your individual issue that you're having and be kind of specific. Wolf's Head Oil, I'll be on about 30 minutes in all. I was on about 35 minutes last week, so we're going to hold it right to about that. If Zippo can't fix it, it ain't broke. Well, I just had a question about the motorcycles. I'm going to scroll back to it. Status on bikes for the spring. Flying Biker. Okay. The 73 CB350 F, rocking, ready, and raring to go. The CM185T, rocking, ready, and raring to go. That one will be going up for sale, though I bought that one for an investment. The CM1 or the CB125S, rocking and ready to go. In fact, I will be going to the insurance company on Wednesday to have all of the bikes put into Haggerty insurance, where I only have to pay liability once, and then I can pay for the individual policies, and it helps keep my insurance bill cheaper so that I can plate and ride all of them at any given time without having liability on each individual motorcycle. So Haggerty's real good with stuff like that. That's what I've done. That's what I want to do with Clifford and with the Jeep. I do believe that 720. It's all in the gearing. You absolutely, I do believe that you can do that. That's neat. In fact, there's an S10, a four-wheel drive S10 out there that has a Predator, whatever the twin engine Predator engine is, that is running the driving gear, and it's almost unstoppable using a Predator riding mower engine. It's like a 22 horsepower. So it's all in the gearing. Right, Matthew. Yeah. Do you know the one I'm talking about? Flying Biker to continue. The newest GL 1000, 1975. Yeah. Um, the newest GL 1000 starts, runs, rides. It will go down the road. It will stop. It will do everything that it needs to do. However, it does need timing belts. After the timing belts, it'll need the valves adjusted. After the valves are adjusted, I've got to go through the cooling system, make sure the thermostat's good, make sure that the temperature sending unit is good for turning the fan on, so on and so forth. Just essentially just go through the whole thing front to back, make sure it's going to be a safe rider, because I'm going to have precious cargo right behind me anytime that I go out on that. That's the newest acquisition that I just picked up a couple weeks ago with Lisa. 720, you saw an S10 with a Predator 6.5. I got a smile. Doesn't she have such a pretty smile? I'm pointing at the comments. Well, Chris, I need bring the hood to me and I'll sign it, or ship it to me. I got a torn up shirt here. It's all right. I'd be happy to sign it. Oh, I do want to let you guys know I did get decals made. I have a very, very, very limited supply of them. Hang on just a second. I'll grab them and show them to you. The crowd favorite seems to be Ugly Alice, so that's what I decided to have put on them. And when I say very, very limited supply, I'm not going to be sending any out yet until I get a larger supply of them. But this is it right here. You guys can see it's got Ugly Alice on there. And it also has, and this is probably backwards to you guys, I apologize for that if it is. But this is a QR code that can be scanned, and that will take you directly to my YouTube channel. Plus, obviously, it's got my YouTube stuff down there. But that's my new decal. I finally got the decal. Chevy 1500, we can't tell because it doesn't have a body on it. Oh, okay, 720. That's pretty cool. Not backwards. Good to know. Thank you, Cooter. It was backwards to me. So I suppose if I pick my right nostril, you guys will see me picking my left one. I'll see me picking. I'm already confused. So on YouTube, just type in, if it's okay, 720, I'll wait till after my live stream. Hey guys, click a thumbs up for Lisa for me. She's shown up to the second live stream, and we're going to try to have the live stream every Sunday right around the same time. We will, howdy Lazy Boy Rider, we will try to shoot another intro that's going to be a standard intro to let you guys know that I will be going live. If you don't see the intro, that means I won't be going live. I won't be able to do it every Sunday, but I'll do my best. Ron, what's up? Hey, Cooter, yeah, I know. How'd I do that, right? I mean, look at this. This did that. Okay, we had questions about the bikes and which ones are going to be roadworthy. We've got 3 that are going to be roadworthy. Soon there'll be 4. 30 seconds to midnight. Howdy. It's good to see you. I'm going to take a nap. You guys let me know when you have a question. Puppy love at first, then nightmares. No, well, you know what, Krusty? I've actually, Lisa and I have known one another for, we worked together 14 years ago, and we've known one another and have been very good friends for 12 years. So I think Lisa can attest to it too. It's a really secure foundation having that friendship for the last 12 years. And we're grounded now. We're very happy, and it was a long time in coming. And neither one of us saw it coming, which is the best part of it. How soon until a motorcycle? You know, Roger, if I happen to get another 200, that's awesome, Cressy. Congratulations. Roger, all right, I've got the CL200 that I'm going to be building. I've got everything I need to rebuild that engine and make that engine good as new. Hang on, I dropped some. Sorry. But I'm on the hunt for a CB 200 engine or a 175, just to have as a backup. If it turns out that I do a phantasmal job at rebuilding this CL200 engine, then we just may see a motorcycle powered garden tractor with 5 speeds. And I have a reversible gearbox that I can put into the mix so that I can also have 5 reverse gears. Wouldn't that be a hoot? And I'll probably just do a live axle. Chris, I don't do restorations. I apologize. I do repairs. And 720, let me get back up here. At least she didn't put you in the friend zone. LOL. Must mean you're all right. Well, actually, Matthew, Lisa can also attest that I put her in the friend zone for a very long time. She was very patient with me. I was taking care of my mother and a number of other things that prevented us from getting together. But everything meshed and mixed, and here we go. I apologize, Chris, for not. Full Set Oil, welcome back. Did you get whatever you're trapping? Timing key sheared, crusting. I gotta back up. Puppy love it first. Okay. Trouble with my push mower engine kicking back when I try to pull it over. Oh, 720. Yes, what Krusty McDoubles said there. Timing key sheared, and it's probably just partially sheared, so it's trying to fire it just before top dead center. Just knocks the timing out a little bit. That happens quite frequently. Do not replace the flywheel shear key with anything but an OEM timing wheel or flywheel shear key. Do not use a piece of square stock, steel square stock. You'll blow up your flywheel. You'll screw all kinds of stuff up. And again, Chris, I apologize. I've only ever, even my own tractors, I've only restored one. Chris, great to see you. I've only ever restored one. 36 flying squirrels. Wow. Those things are cool. I take it they're a nuisance where you are, though. I have a very bad connection, but I'm back. I don't know why. I'm on my house Wi-Fi. On a 30, because the flywheel nut is not tightened enough. You have got to really, really, really tighten those flywheel nuts super tight. That's the only thing that causes it, Matthew. If those nuts are not super, they're fine threads, you're not going to pull the threads. You've got to really, really, really torque down on that flywheel nut, or you're going to keep shearing flywheel keys. And then you'll start backfiring up out through the carburetor. Literally fire coming out of the carburetor. Foot pounds, jump up and down on it with a really, really long breaker bar. I mean, really, really tighten it. If you go by the foot pounds that are recommended without the proper Belleville washer, and the Belleville washers that were used when they've been assembled for a period of 40, 50 years, those Belleville washers will flatten out and they'll no longer do their job. You can replace the washer if you have the IPL/individual parts list for your engine, but make sure that if you do not have the Belleville washer, the correct Belleville washer, and what a Belleville washer is, it's not a lock washer that's split, it's a cupped washer. And as you tighten the flywheel nut down, it flattens that washer out and locks it against the flywheel. So you need to make sure that if your washer that goes on before the flywheel nut is not cupped like that, that you either replace it or you tighten the tar out of that thing with a really long breaker bar. And you can use a strap around the flywheel and a stick to hold it down on the other side so you don't break any fins off of the flywheel. After seeing Grip 6 video, I now have 2 of them, thanks, and I have a $90 Timberland belt that I don't ever wear now. Love your vids. Tria, have you used my discount code? It's Zippo20. Anybody who wants to try these Grip 6 belts out. Yeah, Matthew, yeah, I think you might. You'll need somebody with a little more weight. I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I only weigh 145 right now. So you call them spring washers? Okay. It's similar. Okay, Trey, it's Zippo, capital, all caps, ZIPPO 20. ZIPPO 20. You'll get 20% off of your order on anything other than a custom engraved buckle. The entire order. Doesn't matter what it is. 20%. That's a lot. I take advantage of it myself. In fact, I bought Lisa. They now have women's and children's sized belts, besides just the standard belts that you guys have seen my videos on. This isn't a sales pitch. I'm just letting you know. They now have women's and children's in women's sizes and in children's sizes and different styles and patterns. And yeah, they're stepping up their game out there in Utah. You guys need to ask Lisa what her favorite part of our dinner last night was. There's Lisa there. Yeah, the one I got her, she's digging it. She likes hers really well. Hey, Mike. Scallops was your favorite? But I got the scallops, and you got the shrimp. You like the scallops best? Seriously? So, Joe, you got one, and it fits, and it holds your pants up, does everything it's supposed to do? Oh, you had both. That's right, you had shrimps and scallops. I had steak and... Okay, yeah. Was dinner Grip 6 belts? Uh-huh. We chewed on that nylon and cleaned our teeth with the belt buckles. That's funny. Even on a big guy. Well, that's great, Joe. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear it. Remember to flip the belt over on the buckle as soon as you start to see a little divot in the back of the belt where it's starting to pattern. Flip it over, and that'll keep the belt from ever coming loose around your waist. Not doing it will cause it to start slipping. You're just reconditioning the belt. No, never mind what, Ron. Right, let me scroll back. I'm scrolling back, guys. Hang on. Ron. Oh, never mind. Ron, I've gone way back and I'm not seeing. I'm going back up. Wish you guys all the best. Happy, healthy, long lives together. Great to see you too, Krusty. You take care. Thanks for stopping by. Scallops. That's right. You had shrimp and scallops. I had steak and scallops. He confused us with the sake squirtin' and... Oh. But, we went to a hibachi grill and he took these, like, mustard squirters full of sake, rice wine. And he's like squirting it at us and making us catch it. So we might have had a little too much, so my mind might have been a little fuzzy on. It was good, but he threw shrimp on my plate, and I didn't order shrimp. He threw two shrimp on my plate, and I didn't order shrimp. He made extras. Bo! Boo! Bo. Dang it. I always forget. Boo. He was a good shot, yes. Yeah. In fact, he did double fisted and got Lisa and I both at the same time. Yeah, Lisa caught it. I didn't run. I apologize. Hey, Zip, I'm working on a mower, but I got a beep saying you were live, so I decided to take a few off and drop a big hello. I, I am so ready to start mowing. Little late, but made it here. Time you out there messing with the new camper, brother? Yeah, it was a good shot. It was pretty neat. Yep, that double fisting. He was. I did say that, didn't I? I shouldn't have said that. Shame on me. This is a G-rated channel. We don't talk alcohol here, do we? But it was good. It was good. You get your lights figured out? Hey everybody, I call Osenga Simplicity my brother. He's like my brother from another mother. I'd like you guys to say hi to him too. You got him working great. He's a very, very good friend of mine that lives over in Ohio, and he's great. He's a wonderful guy. What's mowing? Is that like snow blowing? Roger, I well, haven't had to do any snow blowing at all this year, and fortunately, and have not yet started to mow, obviously. But we were supposed to get, what was it, 6 to 8 inches tonight or last night, and we didn't get anything, nothing. Shauna, how you doing, kiddo? Hi, Shauna. Did that too twice. Ready for mowing? Yep. We hopefully we are done with snow. That is an old Kawasaki motorcycle from the 80s, and it hasn't been touched in 30 plus years. If I ever decide to drag it out and pull it to my place, I might need some zip tips and tricks. Wolf's Head Oil spell check. Yeah, I hear you. Snowblower. We didn't either. You plowed snow twice. I didn't push or plow any snow at all this year. And it didn't last year either. Well, I did last year, but not because I had to, just because I wanted to. Hey, Cooter, tell Shauna I said hi, kiddo. She can't hear me. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it, about the volume. Um, I don't know. If I put my headpiece in, East. Eric, great to see you. Everything's been going great, and I'm glad you enjoy the videos. Gary, thank you very much. Lisa, can you hear me okay on the laptop? Go Navy. Yes, Gary, thank you very, very much. I'm doing okay. The hand is almost completely back to normal now. I used it quite a bit this weekend and did okay. Brother, are you on your phone? Okay, there's the difference then. I've noticed the same thing without having speakers attached to my laptop, that sound is kind of rough. Unless you're on your phone. Do the Navy and the Marine join? This is always a point of contention whenever you bring it up, Chris, but in history and in actuality, the Marines are a division of the Navy. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get hated on for it because it's a historical fact, but the Marines derived from the Navy. You got it, Flying Biker. RT, what's up? Fixing up Lisa with a shirt as soon as the printer finishes current run of shirts. Working on a trading sticker concept too. If any good, I'll send a few. Awesome, RT. I already mentioned I did get just a very limited supply, and I've got a couple that are going to go out to you, Bryce. Okay, I have an engine question. On a 16-horse single-cylinder Briggs, the original one that was in my 7716 had points on the side of the motor, like in your video, with no spark. The one that's in there now is a newer motor. On a 16 single-cylinder, the original one that was in my 7116, I'm assuming 7116, had points on the side of the motor, like in your video, with no spark. With no points on the side of the motor. So does that mean... No, no points at all, Glenn. That is a magnetron-fired... that's a magnetron-fired engine. There are no points on that whatsoever. The coil has a little silver button on the bottom of it that, as the magnet comes around, it triggers the spark. So all you need is just the coil with that motor. I love those. They're so much easier to work on. Chris, I'm in the same boat, brother. Same boat. There's a lot of things that, I mean, I vowed to the Constitution. I didn't vow to the idiots that are sending people places. My small engine stay-bill, Bryce, you're probably actually going to have to go on Amazon or something, or directly on the Gold Eagle website to get the small engine stay-bill. As a substitute, you can use the Marine stay-bill. And the nice thing about the Marine stay-bill is a really small bottle. Yeah, if you have a Home Depot near you, you can go to Home Depot. You can also order it off of Walmart. A lot of the websites you can order it off of. Then the problem that you run into is the shipping. And thank you very much. I did see. Thank you for getting the shirt for Lisa. Boo. Yes. Are coils available for 10-horse brakes for B10? Yes, Matthew. If you'll send me a message on my Facebook channel, I will send you a PDF file, which is your IPL individual parts list that you'll be able to get your coil number on. Then you can go to a Briggs dealer and order your coil locally or order one offline. I recommend partstree.com. And that coil, just an FYI, works all the way across through 16 horse with points, 10 to 16 horse. So you're familiar then, Gary. A Marine Dan was in the Navy. It's, yeah. Bryce, you're awesome. Eric Smith's question: do you collect just license plates or old plate frames as well? Oh, the old plate frames would be cool to put up on the plates. That would be neat. Yeah, that'd be neat. If you still have some wire left, Matthew, you can splice in an old spark plug wire from an automobile. Just make sure that you put a couple of layers of heat shrink tubing over top of it, and you should be golden. 700, is it a landlord or a Broadmoor or a surf or a yeoman? No, surf didn't start until 68. Is it a Broadmoor, yeoman, or what is the 64 you picked up? Wolf said oil, yeah, exactly. If you have racing fuel or ethanol free, then you're fine. That's a 99314 is the model number, Simplicity 700. 720, I hate Tecumseh engines, but I work on them anyway. They're reliable engines. I don't like their carburetors. Yeah, it is expensive. We can get ethanol free fuel in my area, and that's what I get. And I still treat it even though you don't have to. Hey, hey, it's Zippo time. Donald, what's up? VP Small Engine Fuel. Yes. Chris Oakley. Yes. VP is a very good brand. It's spendy, but for storing your engines through the off seasons, putting ethanol free fuels in your tanks and running it through, that's going to save you all kinds of problems. Super Ranch, what's up? My definition of a Kohler, it's a toilet. My definition of a Kohler is something I squat on with toilet paper close at hand. If it's the original engine 700, it should be a 23D as specified by a metal tag on the front of the engine. 23D. Super Inch, I'm really glad that you made it. Chris, it's okay. Kohlers have their place in this world. That's all right, brother. I'll tell it like it is. But Kohlers are okay. I like the cast irons. I like the cast irons. That's okay, boo. No problem. It's expensive. It's expensive. Yeah, Wolf's Head, I like the old cast irons. In fact, I've got a 12 horse that actually came out of a titled automobile, street legal automobile, and that's what powered it, was a 12 horsepower Kohler. Why the hell do they not put drain plugs on the bottom of Honda push mowers? They want them to blow up. In the bathroom, yep, you're right, Glenn. Kohler K, baby. Yep, you got it. K321s, yep. L-head compression specs. L-head. It, that's a slippery slope, Matthew. Give me just a minute on door jam and IRT. I will get to you in just a minute. Matthew, L-head compression specs. It's a slippery slope. You have to run the engine backwards to get an accurate compression number because there is a compression release where you will not get accurate compression numbers. You want your compression to be, and you're not going to hurt the engine by running it backwards. You want your compression to be a minimum. The minimum reject is 90-ish psi before doing a cylinder bore and re-ring and new piston. Okay, how do I feel about the leaded VP race fuel? Door jam, I don't have an opinion on it because I have not purchased any. Hey Zip, on twins, if that diode thing keeps one cylinder from cross-firing, how does the other cylinder fire without being canceled out? It's there are multiple diodes, Bryce, multiple diodes. So they will cross one another's paths, kind of like a Jacob's ladder thing. Jacob, you know, they'll cross one another's paths. It's kind of neat. It's kind of interesting how they do it. 275 for non-etho down here, and if you're close to it, yeah, it's about that here, boo. How often should one change the oil in a push mower? My opinion, every 25 hours. We're up to 40 minutes. I'm going to give it another 5 minutes, guys. What about the additives, the octane booster, and the lead substitutes? Lead substitutes on engines that are 50 years and older, it's not going to hurt anything, but typically our smaller engines, they have been ran so long with leaded gas that the valve seats are good and hard. You're usually not going to have a problem. That's a good idea to do Wolf's Head oil if you can get a hold of the lead substitute or even the original lead. I typically don't, and I've not ever had any really, really, really bad pitting or any bad issues with hardened valve seats in my cast iron Briggs or even the old aluminum L block. Briggs 19.5 horse with or without an oil filter, Ron. You're off like a prom dress. Hey, that's funny, Roger. Take care, buddy. With an oil filter. Okay, Ron, you can use 10W30. You can use a straight 30 detergent. Typically, the oil cap will tell you to use a 10W30. So use a 10W30 detergent with an oil filter. Without oil filters, it's always a non-detergent oil so that all of the sediment carried around in the oil will drop to the bottom of the oil pan. I remember the old 720, the old oil that had the oil with graphite in it. I thought it was snake oil. That's just my personal. Yes, Boo. You're close in the 50 to 60. I will typically add 35 to 40% to what the regular rotation on compression will show me, and that'll give me a ballpark usually of about. Is it okay to run straight 30 weight in an old Briggs without an oil filter? Yes, that's what you want to run, Glenn, with, and it needs to be non-detergent oil. Non-detergent oil allows the contaminants to sink to the bottom of the oil pan, letting them sink to the bottom of the oil pan out of harm's way, whereas a detergent oil suspends the contaminants to pass through an oil pump and an oil filter. So that's why I say engines without an oil filter, straight 30 non-detergent. Thanks, Wolfhead. I'm glad you're enjoying it. How did I get started on YouTube? From the Super Inch Garage. I put a video up. My very first video was of a Simplicity tractor that I had restored, and my brother Chris was riding off into the sunset on it. That was my very first video. After that, I just started throwing videos up. People started asking me questions about small engines. I just fell into it. I literally just fell into it. Non-detergent. Now I have to go to the farm. Right. Yes, Glenn. And the oil will say it's for diesels, Glenn. It's not. There's a little bit of, it's not. There's a little bit of zinc in it, but that's not going to hurt anything at all. In fact, that's the kind of oil I use in my motorcycles to keep my clutch discs good. So, okay, 68 ampere, got to start with a 440. That'll be fun, Don, with a 440. My dad used it and gives it credit to his truck lasting so long, but that was years ago, and it still keeps running. I think he got a lemon. I don't think he got a lemon if it's still running 720. Yes. Super inch, yes. Is there a brand of oil that I prefer for Briggs motors? Um, do I have I have a Maryland plate, I believe. Gary, be safe. Take care. Do I have a Maryland? I think I've got a Maryland plate, but I've got multiple plates from multiple states up on the wall. I never turn a single plate down. To me, each plate has a connection to you guys, so I don't care where the state, whether I've already got the state or not. In fact, I just got a pile of Pennsylvania plates from one individual, and with motorcycle plates. Awesome, thank you, Super Inch. I do appreciate that very, very much. Okay, I've gone about 15 minutes over what I was going to on this live stream. I'm glad everybody stopped by. I had a great time. We had some great questions. You guys can more than likely look for me next Sunday. Donald, good seeing you. I'm getting ready to head out too. Cooter, thank you. Hey, no problem at all. I will see you guys. You think that my woman just texted? I better scroll. I can't miss that or I'll be in the doghouse. No, she didn't. Glenn, thank you very much. Ron, take care. It doesn't break, it doesn't change the oil anymore. Yeah, it's just when it leaks out and changes the filter random. Oh, wow. That's something. Ron, good to see you. Everybody, be very safe. We'll do this again next weekend. You guys take care. Zippo later. I'm out of here. We'll start mon ami.